everybody. How are you doing this Thursday afternoon? I think it's Thursday, yep. Hope everybody's doing great. I am still working on this Wisdom Miner game. And, I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. It's, doing what I wanted to do. However, I can't get anybody to play it to tell me if it's any good. Obviously it needs some more work, but I think it's interesting. You know, it's got some things that I like in roguelikes, which are different options as you play, different ways to play the game, as well as like doing something new in the genre. I guess I've played a lot of action roguelikes, a lot of different games, but I've never seen a roguelike kind of like this, so that's what I'm interested in. I made a tutorial because it's kind of hard to learn. So this is the tutorial. It explains to you how to mine resources, how customers work, the round structure. You have to get a par every day in order to survive. It's kind of like a Luck Be a Landlord type of game. Those have gotten more popular lately, especially since Balatro did so well. I like it, in some ways because it's not always, fighting guys. I think, like it's very useful to have something to attack. That's why a lot of roguelikes, like puzzle roguelikes or something, they add like an RPG element where you're attacking a character, just because it's kind of easy, it's easy to do in some ways.
Hurry up!
But, I never like picking the easy route. I always like to pick things that are, different or unusual. I don't know, I just like to explore new stuff. So this game is kind of like, it looks kind of like a puzzle game or a match 3, but it's not really a match 3. It's more like how many different ways can I make puzzles and have them interact in different ways. So that's what I'm attempting to do. I'm just doing a quick test to make sure that the tutorial works.
Wisdom Miner.
Yeah. So what I want to do today is I want to add
Wisdom Miner.
Different animations and things, because when I'm sharing this on like Twitter, not that I have any following at all on anything, but it doesn't seem like it really catches people's eye. So what I'm going to start doing is trying to improve the feel of scoring.
Round 1.
You can change the order, so you can see like there's 2 different rules here. One's a vertical rule and a horizontal rule. It's about getting logs in a line, and you can see with these outlines how the scoring will happen. So if I move this over, you'll see that you'll get more horizontal lines because that'll take precedence over the vertical. So I'll show you kind of where we are with scoring here. So you can see the round, I've got 14 more turns before the end. Currently, these logs, you get 3 plus logs scored in a row, and it exponentially gives you more value. So if you do a full log, it gives you a lot of cash. You can try to use these tools to create more money, but just to show you, I'm going to go ahead and burn through the time. You also get money from mining things, so while you're spending time here, you're still making money by smashing things. So I'll show you the current animation for winning a log, which is this little, basically it'll highlight all individual squares and then give you your score.
Hurry up!
But I think what I want to do is I want to add like a little saw blade, so I'm going to do, instant's nice. This allows you to score these logs instantly instead of waiting for the end of the round, which is pretty nice.
Round
But
2.
that's what I'm going to do. I think I've organized this project in a pretty good way where I think it's pretty clean. It should be, at least straightforward and where I need to add the stuff. So I want to do, here's a log scoring. It's using the log scoring rule. So I'm just going to look for my log scoring rule. Okay, so here's the code that handles log scoring. So you've got the process, but this is what happens at the end of the round. It's the process. So this is done with inheritance. So you've got a rule that defines everything, and then you override it for specific rules that you have in the game, which makes the code really clean. So you can see this is like 44 lines long. And it's like, this is the highlighting code, here's the scoring at the end of the round, and here's if you end up having this buff here called, how do I remove all breakpoints? Debug, delete all breakpoints. Yeah. So this is, process immediately happens as soon as you make a combo, but in the case of the log, you have to have this mil long log instant score buff, which is the one I got at the end of the first round last time. Obviously, you get different upgrade possibilities when you play. So yeah, so what's happening here is with both of these, process immediate and process, use this process function here, and it's using the default score groups, which handles highlighting each individual block in a combo, and then adding the sounds and everything. So what I probably want to do is go ahead and just look at score groups here. And so it's getting logs, this right here, get logs, it's going to be able to get, if you have like 5 different logs that you've got in the level, right, it'll go through each one through the loop, and then it'll score the group. So the group would be each log that you made. These are just for horizontal logs. The vertical logs has its own rule here, which is very similar to the log scoring rule. So I'm going to go ahead and just look at scoring rule. Going to peek at it, show combo points. What I'll do is I'll just probably copy this out really quick, move it back over to log scoring rule. Rename this score logs. Awaitable is like one of Unity's new async solutions, which you want to use if you're using async before. It used to be coroutines, and coroutines are just, they're fine, they're just kind of not that elegant to use. And then you can use async, which is a C# function that acts kind of like coroutines, but it doesn't work for Unity's functions because it tends, without doing some extra work, it always wants to add the new thread that it creates onto a new channel, and that doesn't work in some cases, either when you're using Unity's internal functions or if you're using WebGL. And WebGL, I'm using WebGL to do builds for people to play test while I'm building this game. If you do want to play test it and give me some ideas of combos or logs or rules or characters, I would love to hear your feedback. But awaitable is good for that. It helps to constrain the different threads, so it always creates things on the main thread, which keeps you from creating sort of like soft locks when you have WebGL builds, because WebGL is single-threaded. So anyway, I got score logs. I'm using awaitable. That lets me handle like the timing. I can do pauses and things. and then the function that's calling this is waiting for it. So it's just really helpful for like scheduling, timing, and of like the whole sequences. So I really like Awaitable. I like async over coroutines. If you haven't tried it, I recommend that you give it a try. My chair is not that comfortable. I think so. I've got this rolly chair, but it's creating little grooves in my carpet, which makes me get stuck. Oh well. Alright, so score logs. Right now this is just looping through each one of these things. It's grabbing the sprite render and changing the color. Then it waits for a tenth of a second, and then it plays the sound collect material. After it's done that, it's gone across the whole log, and blink, 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 blink. Then it shows the combo points, and then money. Yeah, then it looks like it's actually adding the value here, actually scoring it, and makes some sounds, and then removes all the blocks. So what I want to do is I want to basically put this little saw blade image that I created. I want to put it at like the beginning of the far side of the log, and then move it to the other side over time instead of doing this part. Then I want to destroy it. So I think what I need to do is I need to first create a prefab for the effects. I do have effects section. I'm going to go ahead and just create a effect here. I'll just go, what's the bomb selection? Prefabs. Effects, swap block 1, I'll do that. I think I just added that. I'm just looking for something that's a little bit close to what I'm trying to make. Yeah, alright. I'm going to call this saw blade. Sprite render. Saw. There it is. Boop. Like these. This has nothing in it. This has nothing in it. Change the color to white. And why is the scale all weird? So I'm running sliced. I'll just do simple. 1, 1. Okay. I'm not sure if that's going to be too big or not. I could spawn this, with a prefab system if I wanted. Or I could maybe there's an option to add it in the rule. I'll check real quick. So I've got a bunch of data here, where I keep my character data, my customer data, my levels, my loot, tile effects. Tile effects is an upgrade, and it looks like it does have some. I'm not sure what that is. But I want to look at my rules, and I think my rules are actually, they're an upgrade. They're a subset of upgrade. I could put it in here. I think what I probably want to do is go and add it to the prefabs, because I don't know that there's a real clean way to add it. I'll look again real quick. Mill, scoring, Yeah, I don't see anything. I mean, there's like, we're already using the sprite. Upgrade sprite text overlay. Yeah, there's nothing. I could add it to the upgrade, but I don't think that's the way I should do it. So I'll go into my singleton and find the prefabs. Got a bracket prefab, and here's this one here. So I'll go ahead and add. I'll just call it a saw blade. Assets, saw blade. Add it. Then I should be able to just get a hold of it when I need to. Go into prefabs, get an example of me using this. I think this is the one. Try get value. Yeah, this should be it. Find all references. I like, you know, you can copy other people's code and you can copy your own code, you know. I think that's great too. So I'm going to go back to my log scoring rule. I'm going to go ahead and make a reference to it so I can delete it afterwards. I'm going to call it a blade, saw blade. I'm using this question equal, which is basically an assignment operator that says if it's null, create it, otherwise don't do anything, which is pretty nice. Alright, where's my score log? So I go in here, this shows that I have a place saw blade. I'll spawn it. Then I need to figure out what the position is. So just to get a start, I'm going to go ahead and blocks group blocks ij. I'm going to go ahead and put it at the 0 position. Block dot position, still position. I think there's a way to just get the position with grid. Game.i.grid, game grid dot position, get position for grid. Or I could do scale and position for grid. Try that. Nah. Get position for grid position. And I'll say block dot position. I think this takes vector 2 position, right? Yeah. It returns a vector 2. Then I can try saw blade dot transform dot position equals that. We'll see if that works. Current position is a vector 2 int. This only wants to know position, so maybe I just say who's using this? Block uses it. I see, it's trying to get the position of the next grid position to move it. Yeah, we'll try it. Might be some fussing back and forth. Get position per block. Okay. Then I want to move it. I'm trying to think who I'm doing lerping with. I do think that this thing probably handles lerping, right? I'm just looking for some lerp code so I can copy it. Go to the top. What do we got here? I'm not going to do this. This is going to go through each block. I don't really need to go through each block for this one. I think what I need to do is just go the first time. And then continue, and then I need like a saw blade sound. What did I call that thing? I called it saw blade. I probably am going to have to do, I don't know that I'm guaranteed that the order of this is from left to right. Maybe it is, or right to left, but I'm gonna test it out. So I'm gonna figure out where that is, transform position. I need to figure out a lerp. I thought there was one in here. References, block. There it is. It's just a settings, transform, do move. Try that. I'm gonna say saw blade dot transform dot do move. What is this for? This is the end value. End value is going to be, I don't have it yet, so I got to get the end value. I'm going to say block end block equals group dot blocks. Group dot blocks dot count -1. Oh, thank you. Autocomplete. That looks about right. So I'm grabbing the end block. Then I should be able to say get the position again, assuming this is the right way to do it. And then I want to just say this is returning a vector 2, so I'll say vector 2. And position equals that. I don't want an in-out bounce. Ease dot quad. I don't think I need an on complete for this run it, and then as I run that, I'm going to add a wait. So await. Copy this. That way the rest of the system waits for this for 0.3 seconds. I'm just going to add 1 second. Okay. I'm not sure that the position of this, I think it's going to be kind of janky and stuff, but it'll be a start. I don't think I need this anymore. Change this to score logs. How is everybody's day going so far? Are you making any games? Playing any games? God is good. Alright, then it's going to do... Yeah, I'll leave that in there. Collect material. Then it says show combo points. Gain money, reward value, cash value, and then it does wait for a second and then it removes them all. I don't think I'm going to do this remove thing. I think this will... Where's show combo points coming from? Oh, there. Yeah, I don't think I need this. I don't think I'm gonna... Might not use that. Alright, I'm gonna do a quick test to make sure that at least the references are working. And we'll see. Let's hope. I'm not sure the position's gonna work with a Z position. So I'll go to logger. Pick this.
Round 1.
I've got this little test here. I can automatically make like a what is it, cross intersection. I could test it. I'm gonna make it so it tests the end of the round a little easier, I think, if I have to iterate a bunch.
Hurry up!
It's moving. It's not positioned on the
Hey,
it's not positioned right, that's for sure. Let's look at this saw blade. It hasn't disappeared, but single block selection clone. Let's look for saw blade. Here's saw blade. It's at the bottom, so it's interesting that the position is so low. So if I change the Y up, okay. The Y position's off, for sure. Also, there's some issues with the way it's moving, so. Score logs comes in. I thought it was going to run it the first time, right? It goes to the group, and then it was just going to continue to the next group when it got done. But it seems to be looping through somehow anyway. Group.blocks. Score logs. So this goes through and gives you for each group. In logs, and then where's score logs? Score logs is here. It gives me the group. So this is already handling that, and then it goes through each block, so that's the problem. I don't need to go through each block. So I don't think I need this. Because the loop is already up here. Or this. But I'm wondering why the position, the Y position, is not right. Get position for grid position. This might not be what I'm looking for. Maybe it's simpler. Maybe I just say I'll just take it out and make it simple and see how that works. It's so simple. We'll see. And for fun, I'm going to crank the timing up on here just so I have more time to see what's happening. Also, the size of that thing is way too big. So I'm going to go back to saw blade. And scale it down a bit. Whoop. Okay. Let's try that. Oh, we got an error. Oh, no. Right. So the first one's 0. And the second one is there. I think that'll do first and last. Then this block is group.blocks J. Oh, this is down here farther. This one's going through each block and making them disappear. I need remove block. I'm not sure why this is a problem. Blocks block. Oh, okay, because it's already there. Okay.
Wisdom Minor.
Anybody else do any programming in Unity? I've got so much experience in it, that I don't feel like moving, but I do see a lot more Unreal jobs out there.
Round 1.
My guess is it's because Unity really, pooped the bed when it comes to their runtime fee they tried to push through. It's really hurt, confidence. And I see a lot more people.
Tally up.
Let's see it. Boop.
Get paid.
All right. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm happy with it.
Round 2.
I see people using Godot a lot, and I understand it. But it's kind of a bummer when a lot of people are now using a different engine that you use because you can't help them as much, as you could if you're using the same engine.
Tally up.
So I want that to be a little higher and smaller. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the cheap way. I'm going to go to saw blade. And I'm going to move it up a little bit. Like here. And then I'm going to shrink it some more. I might take the, blades off of it so it looks like it's spinning, but I want to, and it might have been cooler if I used an actual like saw or something, because a lot of things in this game are kind of old-timey. I might switch that at some point. And then I need a sound effect, some like
Wisdom
noise.
minor.
Which I'll probably go try to get some AI sound effects for that. We'll see how that works. Logger, go, steeple, doesn't
Round
matter.
one.
Oh, I got myself a steeple. Sunbeam. I looked it up, and a summer beam is that big beam that goes at the top of like a cabin or a house, so I named it summer beam. But I did get a response like, what the heck is this name?
Tally up.
A little too high.
Get paid.
Little too high. Let's bring it down. Also, I think it's a little too small. Crank it up a little bit. And bring it down a little bit. One more test.
Wisdom minor.
If somebody ever finds this video, which I know that's asking a lot, give it a thumbs up if you think it deserves it. I know I'm still learning how to do this, so give it a thumbs down if you don't like it, and give me some suggestions on how to improve this to be more useful to you.
Round one.
Streaming is not my dreaming, but I do want to share what I'm doing, and I want to learn from you, and I've been making roguelikes for a long time, so I've got some tricks and stuff that might be useful to other people that are building systematic designs of things. And I love talking about games, game design, playing video games with my buds. One of my favorite co-op games is Deep Rock Galactic.
Get paid.
What was that game called? Deep Rock. That was Deep Rock Galactic, right? Yeah. Ooh, it's gonna update. When will they update? Oh, Halloween. Alright. That game is awesome. It's really good if you have friends of different skill levels. You can just set the difficulty and just have a great time. I really like it.
Round two.
Alright, next thing I need to do is get some sound effects. So I'm going to go to Elven Labs. And I just added like this different sounds from hitting different objects like wood and stone and gems and stuff. How long is it? 1 second long sound of circular saw cutting through wood. We'll see. I'd like to obviously get real people working on the audio and the graphics in this game if it gets popular enough, or I get funding, that's the direction I'd like to go. But when you're prototyping, it's just really nice to be able to, you know, try something. That says 8 seconds long. Loud. I'm gonna turn the volume down on this thing. Well, bear with me. Oh man. Didn't I say 1 second long? I like this one. Oh man. What the heck? We'll try it. MP3. Then I gotta grab my audio, free audio, Audacity. Skip, close, open. I'll go downloads first. Saw sound. Audacity, saw sound, open. It does look like it's like 6 seconds long. I wonder, I'm not very good with Audacity. I wonder if I can trim this down to like a second. Let's see, I go to Tools. Anybody knows how to do this? Maybe I'll just Google it, right? How to reduce clip length to 1 second. A little specific, but without affecting pitch. And then I'll say Audacity. Change tempo, entering the desired new length, 1 second per percentage. Change tempo. Okay, let's try it. Select the clip. Where's tempo? Effect, change tempo, okay. Effect, change tempo. One. Use high quality stretching. Slow. Let's try it. Let's see how slow this is. Alright. Well, that sounds pretty good. I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to make it like 1.2 seconds. Effect, change tempo. I'm going to make it to 1.2 seconds. That'll give me a little... What did I make it? 3, yeah, 1.2 seconds. I think this worked great. Alright, file, export. Export audio. Current selection. OGG, saw sound. Export. Alright, I go back here. I have this audio system that I've been working on for years, off and on. I'm going to resources, audio. It's not always good to put stuff in resources, but it is good for grabbing things dynamically. Sound data, I'm going to create. I'll just copy one of these. Let's see. Duplicate this. I'll name it to saw. What is the name of these things? Saw blade. I'll just call it saw. Then I go ahead and pick my sound, and this one was simple. It's not even giving me the option to put something in, which is pretty odd. Use sound groups. Saw sound. I got a wood saw. What's that? What's that sound like? Saw sound. Do I want randomization? Maybe. Limit sound. Yeah. I only want there to be sound limit of 2 saws going at once max. I could pick a little bit of random range between the saw. So where's the 1? There's 1.2 and 0.9, something like that. I get some difference, a little bit of differences in it. Now I know the name is saw. So I should be able to go here, back to my log scoring rule. When this is happening, it's 2 seconds. I'm going to change this to 1 second because my sound is 1.2 seconds. And then I'm going to play it. So I'm going to say game.i.soundmanager.play sound. I'll do it by string. And that should automatically pitch it. I can obviously change things around if I want to. Now at the end of this, should I make it disappear? I probably should. I should say, and I don't really, I mean, this is kind of weird here, but normally I would break this up. I might do that in a minute. Material. Saw. I don't think I need this sound. I'm going to say saw blade dot set dot game object dot set active false. And then true. So that should make it show up and then disappear. Yeah, like again, the main reason I want to add this is that it doesn't seem like when people see the game that they're seeing that it looks like it's fun to play. And I think the problem with that, I think it's fun to play. And now maybe I'm admittedly a niche game player. You know, I like to play games that have something innovative in it. You know, I'm always looking for something that's new and different, new design space. So that's what I'm looking for. You know, I'm not really going to play another action roguelike unless it looks really good and it's got co-op, because then I can play with my buddies, and that's, you know, rarely a waste of time when you're playing with your friends.
Round 1.
I'm gonna change it so steeple doesn't do it next time I do that. Alright, let's test it out. Here's nothing.
Tally up. Get paid.
That's kind of cool. It's a little fast. But
Round 2.
and I think I need like some little tail or something. Spitting out dust or something. This is missing something here, right?
Tally up.
I may need to do like auto tiling where the logs actually like combine to look like a log. That would be cool. Yeah. I must need like a faster way to test it so I can run it a bunch and then juice it up. I got instant scoring. That's going to help testing.
Final round.
So now I can do my summer beam, and then it should do it right away. Yeah, I need... It needs to be up a little more, and it really needs to look like it's sawing. To make it look like sawing, I think I need to like shoot out some particles or something. Also, doesn't this look like it's see-through? I don't want that either. Saw blade, yeah, I think it is see-through. Let's see. Yeah, that'll help. It needs to be up too. It needs to be up, and instead of 13, it needs to be up right. I think there. 25. All right. So I'm gonna go back to saw blade. Move this up to 25. You can do it. You can do it. And then I'll crank this up. Yeah, I could do something, just have it spin really fast, like do the full blade, and then mask out the bottom or something. That might be the way to do it, and just have it rotating really fast. In the meantime, though, maybe I can just like add something. Yeah. I think I'm gonna, just for now, I think I'm gonna just like do something. I'm not really great with this stuff, as you'll find out. There's some way to like snap this better. Thought there was some kind of snap. Maybe I'm using the wrong one. What's the free select? I thought there was one that had like a magnet to it. A magnet. Fuzzy select. What's that? Yeah, okay, maybe that'll do it. If I delete. Now I can go. Incredible. YouTube. What is going on there? I think it's better that I do it the other way. I was thinking of with the mask. Alright. Let's look. Yeah. I'm gonna abort. Control A, delete. Bring this in. Whoops. And you guys do Photoshop or you gimpers like me? Scale. Sometimes it does that. It's really weird. It like scales. It doesn't scale the whole thing. It just scales the selection. Is that because I have a selection on? Well, that must be it. Move this in here. Scale it up. Get a general idea where it needs to be. And that's good enough. Scale. Delete, 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 delete. I don't really pay anything for this stuff, you know. Prototyping, I just use, you know, in the past I've used like Microsoft image generator, and then, you know, they give you like a certain amount of points and you run out of it, and then I'm just like, okay, I'm not making any more prototype art for a bit, so then I'll just, you know, do it myself or whatever. Select invert. Recently I've been using, just like today I started using Grok because I guess it's free. You know, I was on Twitter to like see if I could get people to playtest the game. It's not working very well. While I've been there, I'm like, you know, I might as well look at what other people are doing and try and give them some encouragement. Other people making games and stuff. It's hard making games, right? I guess anything worth doing is difficult, but whoops. But well, I think this will be good. I'll just cut out the center. Whoop. I don't think I'm going to see that edge anyway. So my idea was to spin this thing around. And yeah, just move it along. And then mask it. So we'll try that. It just doesn't feel right just sliding across it. File, export. Well, first you generally want to go here and merge visible layers, because otherwise in Unity it seems like it creates it as like a group instead of a single image, and that's not great. Replace it. Huh? This is the one I did? What's up with this? Why is this saying circular saw 0? Thought I exported that thing. Maybe I didn't finish? Sometimes you don't hit the last button, huh? File, export as, circular saw, export, yeah, export. What's up with that? Why is it not? Do I have any masking on here? The size is weird too. No masking. It's called circular saw 0. When I export it, it's circular saw. Huh, what's going on here? Export as, this is going to, yeah, it's going to FX. Okay. What's this look like? Okay, there's some kind of, oh, it's multiple, it's single. Now I go to saw. Saw. Oof, that's tiny. Okay, so then I had a mask, right? This thing is going to say mask. Draw mode mask interaction is visible outside the mask, I guess. And then this is a mask. Rec mask 2D or sprite mask? Sprite mask probably. Let's see if this works. Mask source. I want to make it just like a square. Let's go on top of that, or the other way around. I don't think this actually needs a sprite. I think it goes like this. This is the one I want. This is the one I don't want. Take the sprite render out. I'd be using the wrong mask. Alpha cutoff. Where's the show? Is there show mask thing? Rendering layer mask. I don't think I need the mask. I want to have it in a separate layer so that I can move it around. Bring in this mask. Alright, that looks like... Is it working? Sprite mask. Looks like that might be working. Look at this high-tech mask in action, huh? Incredible. Now that I got it working, I'm probably going to try to find a better, flatter mask. It's something real square-like. There we go. How about that? Okay. figure out where it is. And then we got to make an animation of some kind. We could just do an animator to do this, or I could try to use the feel and the feedback stuff. Might be nice. They have like two different versions with this feel. And one of them doesn't work and the other one does work, so maybe I'll just go to the blocks really quick and see what they're using and copy it or something. I think there's some fields in here. Yeah, there it is. It's called MMF Player. Let's try it. God is good, God is good. MMF Player. Okay. I'm going to add a new feedback. It's just going to be a rotation feedback, so I probably just need to do something simple. Animation. Is there like a game object? We got rigid body, we got property. Animation looks like it's actually like doing some kind of animation parameter. That might be fine. But I think that might link in. I haven't used that much, or at all. Feedbacks, game object, might be property. Transform. Oh, there we go. So we got rotation. We have to pick what we're rotating. I'm gonna go. This is This is what's it called? Feel, I think. It's pretty cool. You know, sometimes making animations is just kind of like, I don't know, janky. I've done a lot of it. This can add things in quickly, you know. The feedback that you set requires an animation rotation target. No way. You were so right. So I'm going to rename this to saw. I'm going to pick that as the target. Can I test a play here, or do I have to run it to do it? Do I want to animate Y or Z? I mean, I think I want Z. So I'm going to take this off and this off. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a loop. This might take me a minute to remember how to do it. A looper. And the looper just says, I want it to be loop at last pause. Where's the infinite loop? Infinite loop. No, I don't care about that. Loop at start. Is that what it says? Yeah. Yeah, we'll try that. And maybe I can test it in here and adjust it while it's
Wisdom
playing.
Minor. Round one.
Bring your saw in. I can't just grab the saw blade. There it is. Okay. So if I test it, I hit play. It's taking too long. I'll go ahead and say keep play mode changes. Will that work? I'll just look what I do. I don't know. I'll try it. I don't think that's going to make a difference because this is just a clone of a feedback, but pause duration 0. Oh yeah, look at it go. It is perfectly balanced. Perfectly balanced. Alright, let's see if that actually saved it in the saw blade or not. Let's see, loop. I don't think it will, but nope. Yeah, that would just make a difference if you're doing the change to the prefab, which I guess is good too. Randomized pause, script different. And do I want it to go up? Do I want the mask to go up? I kind of think I do. I feel like this is way too big though, but I'll do a test on it. I also feel like the animation was maybe too slow. I don't know.
Wisdom Minor.
Play logger. Go.
Round 1.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and go to my character, and I'm going to go to the logger. This is the art character. I'm going to go to the logger, and I'm going to give him an option instead of the steeple of the instant refresh. That way when I play it, it'll be faster to test these out.
Wisdom Minor.
Yeah, it's one thing nice of having like some element of data-driven content to your game is it
Round 1.
allows you to like move faster, and then you get less, you know, working on a game by yourself is pretty, you know, it can be kind of lonely, and you can lose motivation because you don't have somebody out there pushing. It's not spinning. Why is it not spinning?
Get paid.
I like the differences in sounds though. I mean, it's... Alright. Let's go back to the saw. Make sure it's play on start. Alright. And then let's change the size of it, man, because the size is way too big. Alright. That did not change a thing. Is it smaller? It looks like it is. I wonder if there's a scale in here somewhere. Huh. I'll try it again. It seems like that shouldn't be so big. It also may be because I'm instantiating
Wisdom
it. It's
Minor.
like logger, go pick the instant.
Round 1.
Test center, summer beam. Yeah, it's better. I'm liking it. Oh, it doesn't start again. I think I've noticed problems with that with this MMF player is that sometimes it just doesn't want to start again. I mean, it stops animating. It's kind of lame, but it's probably user error on my side. Yeah, see that, and it looked like it was bigger. I'm just gonna say autoplay on enable. That might do it. Okay. I'm liking it. The sound and
Wisdom
the
minor.
rotation is doing it for me.
Round one. Get paid.
It's too big, but yeah, I'll try this one more time and see if it's actually. Whoops, didn't hit the right button. No. That's too hard to get up there.
Tally up.
The speed that it cuts should probably be changed depending on how big the thing is. Maybe.
Round two.
It's not doing instant scoring anymore? What the heck? Gotta figure that out. It should be instant scoring this, and it's not.
Tally up.
What I wanted to do is I wanted to test out why the size is changing on this. Saw blade. The scale of this is 1. The scale of this is 0.87. Scale of mask is, oh, that scale of the mask is huge, but I guess that doesn't matter. 0.87 and 1. .87 is correct. Shrink it down some more, I guess.
Wisdom minor.
Play logger. Ooh, instant.
Round one. Get paid.
Yeah, okay. That's cool. I like it. Kind of wobbly, but a little jank. It's not. It's okay. I'd like to have a little rooster tail of like dust coming out.
Tally up.
Larger male.
Round two.
Refresh. I want to see how it looks on these like shorter runs here. As well. See if it looks good. How can I get another third? I guess that's fine.
Tally up.
Clear cuts. I haven't
Final
tested it out. I
round.
reduced the value of the full long logs because they're exponential, and I still haven't tested it, so hopefully the values are right. Let's see. There we go. I think it'd also be better to kind of show where the multiplication is coming from, but you know, I don't want the end scoring to be too long. I want to be satisfying. Okay.
Tally up.
Yeah, I like the slight variation in the sounds too. I think it's good. You know, I add that like variation in the sound. I think that's good. I do think that the saw is still a little too big. I'm gonna shrink it down a little more here. This is what I wanted to
Wisdom
do.
minor.
Is basically try to get things that make the game a little more interesting to share. It's something I've wanted to add for a
Round
long
one.
time, but haven't gotten around to it because I didn't see it as like really important. But sometimes you just need to add polish in certain areas early, just because you want people to see if your game seems fun. You know? Oh, did I not? Oh, I must not have bought the auto. But I could do a vertical one too, but I think I'll have to.
Tally up. Get paid.
Question is, should I put in an auto-tiling system to make the logs look better when they're grouped? I don't know. I already have like an auto-tiling system for the outlining. That's kind of like a way that I can do.
Round two.
That I can like quickly add things, and it's obvious that it's a group. See this blue line here, blue and white line. Before that, you didn't have it, and you had to just think about where your groups were. I need to fix this. Kind of hard to see. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with this. I think it went, went pretty good.
Tally up.
Yeah, there's the instant scoring.
Final round.
Disgusting. Interesting. That went up this corner. I think there's a problem with the way the instant scoring works, but it's an interesting outline.
Tally up. Choose wisely.
Alright. I'm happy with that. Juice up log scoring. The next thing I need to do is I need to juice up the hopper. So it's more obvious when you're scoring the bomb. Why am I getting bomb? That's another thing I need to check out. It shouldn't be giving me bomb blocks right now. It's obvious. I don't think it's doing a good check for tools, because you're only supposed to have that if you have the bomb. Nope.
Round 1. Tally up.
Dynamite.
Round 2.
I'm not seeing any dynamite. It's there. Just. Ooh, that's a good start. Yeah. So what's happening is in the instant score, only produce full logs. Goes to process, and it goes through each group here, and it says it skips it. If only produce full logs and group. Where's continue going? Yeah, for each. But it seems like the score logs is somehow getting its position based on the group. I'm trying to figure out, because I think it's getting the position right here. Based on some other things that are completed but aren't full logs when it's deciding where it's going to go. And it's the start position, I think. It's the end position that's the problem. So it's this piece here. So it says groups.blocks.count -1, which is grabbing the block, the end block. So score logs. The idea is if you're doing an instant scoring, processing immediately from that upgrade that you get that lets it process at any time and not at the end of the round, then it shouldn't be running score logs, which it's not, but for some reason the end position of this is getting messed up, and so I'm trying to figure out why this block group is a problem. Why it's pointing a group to the end. Maybe it's because group.blocks. I don't remember what a block group is. Block group. Block group just has a list of blocks. Get the center of the group if I want it. Really is just a list of blocks. So why is the end position? I wonder if it's I don't know what's going on here. I think the end block is getting, I think this is the wrong block. What I can do to test it probably is, you know, highlight it in red or something so I can see which block is picking, but this is a block group, this is a getting logs, which is a block group. For each group. Not like a big horrible bug, but it's weird. Start is there, the end is the blocks. Rooftop blocks. Yeah, I don't know. I think I might add some particle effects to it. Let's see if we can do that quick. Saw blade. Wood dust. Particle system. Oh, beautiful. Particle system is like an endless time sink, man. Let's change your emission to shape. Okay, it's a cone. How do we rotate the shape of this cone? Angle. Rotation. 90. And then Z90. No. Is there some way to like grab onto this? What is this here? Shape gizmo module. Oh yeah, check that out. How do we rotate? Editing mode. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at this. Now we're cooking with gas. I want the time to be reduced. Want the size to be reduced. I want the amount to increase. Where's auto pre-warm? I want pre-warm so that all the stuff spurts out right away. I want, where's quantity? Probably up here. Gravity multiplier, let's do it. Oh yeah, cool, check that out. That's dope. Simulation speed, max particles. That's max particles isn't the problem. Size, speed, rotation, external forces, noise, collision, triggers, emitters, sub-emitters, render. Let's make it render. I mean, this is, if we make it render something nice or big-ish, it's probably going to be a problem, but I'll go ahead and maybe I'll just grab like a little square. Can I change the color of it? Where's material? Gotta be color option, right? Big trails, I don't think that's gonna be good. Maybe I'll just grab a block. I feel like this is not gonna be good for performance if I grab a wood, but oh, these are materials, not sprites, right? Yeah, I guess I could just do something small and then just change the color. There's a color, so I can pick like a brown, right? And it'd be nice if I could randomize color. I don't see two options for color, so I just need to figure out how to get more of them. Rate over time. I need this, I think this speed should go up a little bit. Gravity. I'll try that. We'll see let's see what it looks like.
Wisdom minor.
Play, logger, go, instant.
Round 1.
That looked like it was following it, which I don't know if that's how I want it to work. Yeah.
Paid.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to take it out of the physics. Saw blade, wood dust. How do I make it so it's no longer connected? What is it called? It's called 2D physics. Why not? It's probably less work. Gravity modifier, local. I'm going to switch it to. Should I switch it to hierarchy? No, it's scaling. There's some way to take it out of local space. I'm trying to remember how to do that. I'll just ask Google. Unity, how to make particle effects not be affected by moving object that spawns them. Simulation space, that's right. There it is. World. Maybe I should shrink them down a little bit. Alright, let's see.
Wisdom minor. Round 1.
Come on in. What's up?
Are you talking to me?
I'm streaming, but by myself. What's up?
Gotcha. I was just.
You want me to mute?
I was just heading out to the woods.
Okay, great. Love you.
I love you too. What?
Nothing. I just sent you hit that thing, so I looked down at it.
Oh, gotcha. Productive day?
Huh?
It's been a productive day.
That's great. Tell me about it when you get home.
I probably have to keep working when I get home a little bit more.
Okay.
So you might be more coordinated than me. But
Sounds good.
only for like another hour or two, but
Okay.
anyway, I'm excited.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Love you.
What?
I said you have to tell me about it later. Okay. Like it looks like those things are not even in the right space when they're flying out. They're too small or something. Let's do this. Yeah, they're like behind. I wonder if it's just because they're in in 3D space. Are there any that are in front? Let's see how that looks here. 3D. Yeah, they're coming out in 3D space, so. It still seems like there should be some in front.
Get paid.
Yeah, okay. I just need to go back to the saw blade and either point them closer to the camera or something. So that could be one way to do it. I wonder if there's a way to constrain it if they have a mission type that's not actually cone. Do they have a version of a cone that's 2D? What's that called? Cone's fine. And probably just rotate it towards me so it never happens. Look at this thing, this is pretty cool. I think you can move it. Rotate it or something. Shape. That's fine. I thought there was like a way to rotate it. What's this thing do? Auto smooth. Oh, there it is. So then I can rotate it this way. Yep, then it shouldn't get in the background. Let's try that.
Wisdom Minor.
Do 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 do.
Round one.
Yeah, that works better. I don't know if it's great though. It's like
Get paid.
I think the color needs to be lighter. More color needs to be lighter, and I think the quantity needs to be higher, even if it doesn't last as long. So if we take the back to 2D, where's my 2D option? There it is. I think there needs to be more of them. I mean, I could make them bigger. A mission. This is how many there are, right? Maybe a lifetime can go down. Anyway, is that the right spot to put them? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe it's better to have them in a little bit more. I don't know, man. It's just fussing and fiddling, right?
Wisdom Minor. Round one.
But yeah, I'd say that's fine. You know.
Tally up. Debt paid. Round 2.
I could also make the time that it takes variable based on how long the log is. That might be a good idea. But then I need to change the audio length to match and stuff too, which is something I could do, but you know, it's not trivial.
Tally up.
It'd be nice if these customers over here, you know, they're like very clinical, you know, they're just like carpenter, stonemason. I think giving them names and then having them come out and being excited when you give them some good logs might be cool. But I'm not a character designer, so I'll probably have to bring in a pro character designer.
Final round.
Anyway, we did what we set out to do today, at least for this video. I think I gotta go back and make a list of things I want to do, and one of the things I want to do is make it so the mobile version of this game worked good on itch, because I feel like if somebody plays it with the mobile version, it just kind of like the tutorial doesn't work because of different screen size stuff. So that may be, I don't know how interesting that is to show though, so I might not stream it, we'll see. But I'm happy with it, you know, still need some juice probably, but
Round 1.
do one last one here. Oh, yeah, that one, why did that one act so weird? No big deal. I think in that case it may have been just because the block was actually falling, maybe. That's a possibility.
Tally up. Debt paid.
Alright, thanks for watching. If anybody does watch this video, God bless you and your family. Have a great day.